Hi, this is John, and welcome to John's Long Box. Today we're looking at Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. number 1, 12 cents, Marvel Comics Group. Look at that, great. This is MCG's, that's Marvel Comics Group, and by Sterenko. Jim Sterenko was like the first rock star comic book artist. He launched his career. He just became a phenomenon. There's no other way to describe it. He was really into like pop art and comic book art, and then when this stuff hit the shelves, people went berserk. They just loved this. So this is continuing from what was it? Tales of Suspense? Oh no, Strange Tales. Strange Tales had Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., and then I told you that there was a deal that the comics were like kind of split, and when that deal was over, all those split comics went become their own thing. So Strange Tales broke off. Half of it was Doctor Strange, the other half was Nick Fury. So now Nick Fury and Doctor Strange both got their own comics. So let's go through. That's Dum Dum Dugan. That's Scorpio. That's Nick Fury. That's Val, otherwise known as the Contessa, and I don't know who that is. That's probably some minion. So let's take a look. Okay, gigantic art mural. There's the ad. Look at that splash page. Okay. Stan Lee's the editor, Jim Sterenko, writer and illustrator, Joe Sinnott, inker, Sam Rosen, letterer, have teamed up to present the first S.H.I.E.L.D. novel-length epic of unforgettable suspense. So note that Jim Sterenko's doing the art, the inks, and the colors. No, I'm sorry, Joe Sinnott's doing the inks. So Jim Sterenko's doing he wrote it. Yeah, he wrote it, he penciled it, and he colored it. So this is Jim Sterenko's baby with an assist from Sinnott. So copyright 1968. Cool splash plate. Who is Scorpio? And then we have Nick Fury scaling Azkaban. And he's climbing up with these high-tech gadgets. He makes it to the top. Just look, Sterenko is like, if you ask me, he was the first comic book artist to like have like a cinematic approach to comics. He's definitely influenced by like spy movies. Look at that panel; it's pretty cool. Even though you don't really see anything, it's cool. And no dialogue. You notice there's no dialogue. There's no word balloons. It's just like silence. Look, there's Nick Fury just. And you know what's going on. That's what I mean by storytelling. I say that a lot. The storytelling is not so much what the story is or the writing. The storytelling is the art conveying what's going on, flowing into story. So here's a goon. I guess he throws into what is that? High karate. Just look. It's this circle is like playing tricks on my eyes. I don't know if it's doing that to you, but it's like hypnotic. What's he coming out? Yeah, he comes out of there and shoots him right in the back of the neck. And there's Fury. Continuing after the next page. You could finish high school at home. Get your diploma at home. If you want to be a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent, you got to get your diploma at home. So takes off the mask. It's Nick Fury. Dun dun dun. What's going on? So they're testing out life model decoys. Life model decoys are synthetic humanoid, dummies that have like intelligence, everything like that. They're not particularly clones. They're not particularly androids. They're life model decoys, whatever you want to call them. That they bleed. They're meant to fool people. So like if you shoot them, they have to bleed and act human and stuff like that. I don't know. They're kind of like some dubious like ethical design. So here's Nick Fury, and a lot of dialogue now. Everybody's talking, and that's Dum Dum Dugan. Nick Fury and Dum Dum Dugan were howling commandos back in World War II, and he rose to the rank of colonel, and now he's heading S.H.I.E.L.D. And because of comic book time and characters don't age, around the 80s they were like, how is Nick Fury still so young? And they solved that by saying that he took like they tried to copy the super soldier serum, and they gave him what's called the Infinity Serum. Pardon me, I'm sorry. And when he was injected with the Infinity Serum, he kind of slowed his aging process. So, I think maybe Dum Dum has some of it too. So he picks up this coin that's got this Scorpio figure, and they find out that the life model decoy has three it has 4 bullet holes in it, but Nick Fury only shot 3 times. So, what's the only conclusion? Somebody else tried to assassinate Nick Fury. Dun, dun, dun. So, what would a high spy thing be without going to Vegas and, comedian? And this guy is the comedian who's a loser. He's got a gambling habit. And so he's a weak link and everything, selling secrets. Flip Mason. And here he is, like I guess that's supposed to be like the Beatles and Go-Go Dancers and stuff like that. Hackett's Goons, they're here. I told him I'd get the cat. So he's selling information, and I forget who this is supposed to be, but I think that's Val undercover, the Contessa. Oh no, that's the Val. You could tell by the Bride of Frankenstein hair. So look at this, one-way Madison Avenue, definitely inspired by Will Eisner. All of that. And Nick Fury, I don't know. I'm going to say something that's going to get people mad. I didn't like Samuel Jackson as Neil Fury. I thought Samuel Jackson played Samuel Jackson, which is what he always plays. Nick Fury is more of like, I don't know, like a John Wayne. He's got that swagger. He's a man's man. He's a tough guy and stuff like that. So is Samuel Jackson. But Samuel Jackson, he Nick Fury's always one step ahead of you. He and then he will jump in and beat everybody up and then steal your woman on the way out. He's James Bond and John Wayne mixed together. And Samuel Jackson is Samuel L. Jackson. So there you go. And now they're watching races and cars getting smashed. All the super spy stuff. And look at these causes like Psychedelic, and that's what Sterenko is known for, like adding all this psychedelic stuff and everything. I thought that was a word down there. But just look, and look at this crazy outfit. So just insanity. So a lot of dialogue now. So now they're testing some sort of like EMP gun or whatever, and Fury is like the bait. They're using him as a target. Contessa's worried, and here he is, laying out, waiting for the bomb, whatever. So now he's still running, and then tracking him. It's kind of hokey, but it's just showing you that he's a man of action. We got to test the bomb. Let's go test this bomb. Let's go do this. Now they're firing the missile, and jumping out of the way at the last minute onto a motorcycle, shooting people, and this is Scorpio. And who is Scorpio? So what happened was, I made a mistake. The bomb was never launched. The EMP was never fired. So he's like, something's up. Something's going on. So he gets on the rocket cycle and speeds back to the base. He jumps on the missile, rather. So they fire a missile at him. I know. It's just... And he jumps on it and uses his strength to veer it back and rides the missile back to the base. And as the missile explodes in, he comes out shooting. I mean, that's Nick Fury. I find that Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury, all he seems to do is like fake his own death and hide. I'm watching the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. TV series, and it's like, I don't know if you've seen season 1, but it's like, where is Nick Fury? Oh, he's dead. So he's faked his death, and then when he shows up, he just gives cults and everything and runs away. No, not Nick Fury. Nick Fury wouldn't have faked his own death. He would have maybe faked his own death, and then while you were thinking that, he would just burst through the window and murder everybody. So here he is, just bursting through the window and trying to murder this Scorpio. Look at that. Samuel Jackson would never have done that. So speech, good guy versus bad guy. He's holding up the Scorpio key, and the Scorpio key just sends out this wave of psychedelia. He grabs Val and thwarts the villain's plans. So now this guy, tipping off the bad guy agent. I don't know if it's Hydra. I think it's Scorpio. I think that was the name of the bad guy and the bad guy's organization. Who is Scorpio? And he's got the Scorpio key, which becomes like a thing in Marvel Comics later. This like artifact. Kirby crackling him and knocks him out. And look, here he is, Nick Fury. No shirt. He don't need no shirt. He's got to rip his shirt off and beat you up. He's going to beat you up and look good for the ladies at the same time. So he faked it, and then there he goes, right in the face. Okay, Scorpio, right in the face, and you're going to get rocked. So Scorpio's gonna rock your world. He's just kicking you in the stomach as you're upside down. Didn't think he'd be getting up after that. So as he's falling down, he wraps his legs around him and blocks him, pulls him around. Look at this guy. I mean, this is pre-Infinity Serum. So now they're running, jumps on top of him, just punching, grabbing Nick Fury's hair, punching him in the face. You know, he's trying to climb away, and they're shooting at him, and he gets away. But you got to say, Nick Fury didn't make it easy for him, and here comes Val. Rockets, up to 2,000. These were fun. I had these. These were like little chemical, like gunpowder rockets. You shoot them up in the air. I had them as a kid. Lifts for your feet. Psychedelic lights. So I guess this is the late 60s after all. So the rocket crashes. So that's got to be the end of Scorpio. It was his Scorpio ship. He's got to. Nobody could. He'll still have to try. We'll try to piece together what's happening. So Scorpio's dead. Who was Scorpio? They don't know. So imagine 100,000. Am I going to argue with this? So, you know, this subplot's going on. The comedian selling secrets, or he's a SHIELD contact. You know, it's thinking about as life as a child, and boom, boom! What? Another explosion around the corner. Who could that be? Nobody could get out of that lab. It's a dumb Dugan. He was standing. All of a sudden, boom! We couldn't tell. Some guys are just born unlucky. You know what they say? Only the good die young. Poor man. Yeah, I'll just start explaining again. So here you go. Look at that black and white. It looks like a photograph. And Marvel checklist. Stand soapbox. I'll make you a master of karate. Who will? What's his name? Wallace R. Ruman. Yeah, okay. I prefer Count Dante. Don't yield. Right to SHIELD. Now they have letters, because previously SHIELD was in Strange Tales. So they're just the letters that were written to Strange Tales are transferred over to SHIELD. So this is the first full length. Paul Dushkin. I like to look at the Donald McGregor. Okay, just looking for names. I like to look at the names. And now we have a Marvel ad for Spider-Man 61 and Thor 152. We're looking for people who like to draw. Norman Rockwell. And great. Full-size ad on the back. I remember this ad. This is great. So, all right, so Jim Sterenko, he was a sensation. He came on like a storm, and he left like a storm. Never has any comic book artist done so little. I think he did a grand total of 33 issues, something like that. I don't know the exact number, but it's like in the 30s. And then he's a rock star. He's legendary. He's still alive. He's got gray hair and a pompadour, and he struts. He's just like a rock star. You just can't help but like him. He's a very charismatic guy. And he just came in, took over SHIELD. I don't think it was like a big deal at the time. Strange Tales, again, was half of it was Doctor Strange and half of it was Nick Fury, Agent of SHIELD. And he took his 8-page strip and he just experimented it, made it psychedelic, made it pop and everything. And then when this came out, it was just a big freaking deal. This was amazing. And then when Sterenko left, people rejected the new art team because they were not Sterenko. Just do yourself a favor and Google all the Nick Fury Sterenko covers. They're all phenomenal. Look at this. You know, I expect like to hear like 60s music, just like, and Austin Powers dancing around and stuff like that. This is just the 60s encapsulated in a comic book. It's so good. This is James Bond. This is Matt Helm. Austin Powers even is spoofing on this riff. It's just so good. Classic, amazing comic. They make a trade paperback of this, and I only think there's only like 8 or 9 Sterenko issues in it. It's totally worth it. Just for the pop art, the visuals is great. The story's all right. Yeah, the story's all right, but it's spy thriller. But it's just good. And look at that. We looked through this page, and Nick Fury was bashing things, riding rockets, kicking through windows, riding a rocket, smashing through the window, firing as he's doing that, jumping up at helicopters, all within one issue, and that's Nick Fury, man of action. So there you go. I love this. This is just a fun comic. I gotta read. I'm actually digging out all of them, and I'm gonna sit tonight and reread Nick Fury, Agent of SHIELD. So there you go. This is just a fun comic. That's the only way I could describe this. It's fun. I did the showcase fast because you cannot do anything slow with this particular comic. It is just action. There you go. Hope you enjoy that. I love this, and I appreciate your time. Thank you so much. All right, bye-bye.